The Hale Institute is redefining collaboration. Human insight meets AI power to unlock new horizons. Imagine a place where your curiosity sparks mind-expanding conversations across social, spiritual, and scientific worlds. Here, every article, every podcast, is crafted to lift us all higher and awaken deeper awareness within you. You're not just watching or reading, you're part of a conscious movement to transform how we think, feel, and grow. Through a perfect balance of human creativity and AI synthesis, we're breaking barriers and building bridges together. So join us at the Hale Institute, where your perspective fuels innovation and learning never stops evolving. Dive in now. Explore, listen, and grow with us, because transformation starts with you.
For the last 50 years or so, every generation has had its voice, a sound that really just defines an era. But what if today's defining voice is doing more than just entertaining us? What if she's actually the most important teacher a generation has? Today, we're going to dig into Adele, not just as a singer, but as a guide to emotional intelligence.
So let's just start with the big, kind of provocative idea behind this whole explainer. What if the most powerful voice on the radio is doing way more than just selling records? What if she's, maybe without even meaning to, providing an education and emotional literacy that an entire generation is just starving for?
To really get why Adele's role is so unique, we've got to look at the world her youngest listeners are trying to figure out. This is the why now part of the story, the whole context that makes her message hit so hard.
I mean, think about the emotional landscape for young people today. It's a total perfect storm, right? They're emotionally overwhelmed and digitally overstimulated, which, weirdly enough, often leads to feeling socially isolated. And in that kind of environment, there's this desperate search for something real, for authenticity, and a real craving for the words, the vocabulary, to even start to process it all.
And this is where she comes in. Right into all that chaos, her music offered something incredibly rare, a safe space. A place where these big, messy, complex feelings weren't just okay, they were explored with total honesty. It's like her voice calms your nervous system while her lyrics help organize the emotional mess inside.
All right, so that sets the stage. Now let's talk about the guide herself. Who is this person providing this emotional safe space? And what is it about her voice that makes a whole generation instinctively trust her?
Well, when you put Adele next to the other vocal legends, you immediately see what makes her different. While her predecessors were absolute masters of technique, or power, or range, Adele's defining contribution, it's something else entirely. Emotional truth. It's not just about how she sings a note, it's about the raw, honest feeling she packs into it. Her entire art form is built on this foundation of vulnerability. And she delivers that truth through a voice that's just so soothing, warm, calm, and maybe most importantly, human. There aren't any crazy vocal gymnastics just to impress you. Instead, it's a sound that invites you in, a voice that feels like a trusted friend is about to tell you their deepest secret. So, okay, if Adele is this trusted guide, what is she actually teaching? Let's break down the core lessons that seem to be hiding in plain sight in her music, lessons that are so vital for her audience.
Her music really offers a full-on curriculum for the heart. It kicks off by teaching that vulnerability isn't a weakness, it's actually a strength. Then it reframes something like heartbreak not as a failure, but as this catalyst for transformation. She even models how to set healthy boundaries. But, maybe the most powerful lesson is that last one, emotional literacy. She gives her listeners the exact words for feelings they've always had but couldn't quite put their finger on.
And what's so fascinating is that these lessons aren't just random. They actually unfold chronologically right across her 4 albums. It creates this powerful story of emotional growth that her listeners can follow, almost like it's happening in real time. Her whole career maps out this incredible emotional journey. It starts with the tender innocence of first love in 19, before just plunging into the raw, confrontational heartbreak of 21. Then, by 25, you feel this shift toward a more mature reflection, taking accountability. And finally, 30 comes along with these profound lessons on independence, self-forgiveness, and boundaries. It's a complete arc, from youthful discovery all the way to emotional sovereignty. But here's the thing that makes this so powerful. This isn't just her story. These 4 stages, they beautifully mirror the exact psychological journey that young people are navigating themselves. It's like she's mapping out the emotional terrain just a few steps ahead of them. So what's the real-world impact of all this? I mean, Why does it matter that one of the biggest pop stars on the entire planet is basically providing a public course in emotional intelligence?
Well, it matters because Adele is filling a massive cultural gap. We live in a world that demands emotional intelligence for you to be happy and successful, yet it's a skill that's almost never really taught in schools or even at home. Her music provides tangible tools for life. This isn't just about feeling better because you listened to a sad song. It's about learning how to process difficult emotions, how to build resilience when you fail, how to develop empathy for other people, and ultimately, how to cultivate a strong sense of who you are. It's a practical toolkit for navigating modern life. So, all of this leads us to a pretty powerful conclusion about her legacy. We really need to see her as more than just an entertainer. She might just be one of the most important teachers of our time. When you boil it all down, her greatest lesson is this: emotional literacy. That's what she models, and that's what she teaches. The ability to understand and manage your inner world is the foundation for pretty much everything else, and her music is a masterclass in it. There's a great quote that sums it all up. She is not simply a singer. She is a teacher of emotional truth for the 21st century. In an age that's so full of noise and distraction, she provides clarity. And that really leaves us with one final thought to chew on. What happens to a generation that gets to grow up with a teacher like that?
Stand in your arms without falling to your feet, but